afraid. I'm sitting there like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Ask Mathis. I'm your host, Reggie Mathis, and rocking with me is my brother Wildman Teddy T, a.k.a. Baron Theo Mound-builder.
Yes, we are here.
Yeah, man, so Tyreek Hill, we was at the game on Monday against the stinking Jets, and we put it on them, and, pretty early on, Tyreek was tackled, man. And everybody in the stadium knew it was over. A lot of folks, who recorded it live, man. It was just it was a third down, and it was we got the first down, and Buddy was happy, man. He had a big smile on his face, as he rolled out, man, being in all that pain. But even before he went down, there was a lot of people saying, man, this is the last time we're gonna see Tyreek. I know they probably weren't thinking it was going to be that game, but they was thinking like this season, man. It was like, but Buddy not going to just be down here, man, just collecting the check, making all that money. Like, Buddy, you leave a team, man, y'all winning Super Bowls, and then you come to, another team where you just out there. He's not going to go down as one of the greatest players down here. Just not going to happen. So,
he started getting in trouble down here too.
Well, I mean, that stopped outside of the.
You didn't hear none of that. When
in KC, he wasn't hearing all that, but he had some of them baby mamas and some of them babies before he got down here. He have double-digit babies in Miami. The cheetah, cheetah don't even go together in Kansas City. Like, how you be the cheetah in Kansas City? But, he is what it is, man. Successful surgery, but he's out for the season. And let that be what it is, man. But shout out to the Dolphins, man, who came out and with a sense of urgency, man. After they played the Bills, I figured that it was gonna be all right a little bit. Shout out to our folks that locked up, man. Our guest last week, Miss Cox. Y'all check out her video a little bit. Like, she came down here. You welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I didn't know it was like that.
You're welcome. I didn't know it was like that either.
I mean, that's why I bought her.
She was hiding that there, Yeah.
She's got some future behind her.
She's doing all right, man. She remind me of a few people. Kind of remind me of what's the name artist a little bit. T the Tastemaker's artist a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit, But I think that's what she turned up. Miss Cox, man. Y'all make sure y'all go out
Cox time.
Yeah, and that was the little lady that was sitting in the back. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he had a little freak in you too.
Make sure y'all
sitting all in the back.
Check out last week's episode.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all go back. Check out last week. Yeah. So we started government shutdown today.
Yeah.
So gonna see how that goes. It's just the Democrats, man, they just look just so weak on the subject because they basically like, we fighting for health care right now. That's what they talking about versus just saying, look, man, we're going to do this continuing resolution until November 30th. Like might even be before November 30th. Like 60 days. Like, we're going to do something for 60 days. And during that time, you can't turn around when you in power and just say the government has to pay its bills. Like, we've already incurred these debts and we got to pay for them. So why not pay for them? But now we not paying for them.
Right.
That just shows the hypocrisy in whoever's up there. So your team, you like your spokesman. If you like Hakeem Jeffries and he up there and he talking and he like what he talking about, just say. It's the same. It's just got a black face on it.
That's it.
It's the same, bro.
Same rhetoric.
Like, for real.
This shutdown affecting me.
Guys, you know I was gonna ask you. You know I was gonna ask you. What did they say as far as
They put a freeze on. See how the military works is when the money don't come till the money come. So the fiscal year is
October 1st.
Today. Well, yeah, today.
October
Today's
1st.
the fiscal year.
That's right.
So until that money hit, everything that was
Supposed to.
planned for,
Hold on.
Complete stop to it.
Hold on.
So you know it's on.
So what does that mean as far as duties and showing up and your post and all that?
It means only essential employees are, still there. The people who have to
Work day to day.
work, maintain the security networks.
Right.
And stuff
Let
like that.
people on the base.
Right.
Gotta cook.
No outsiders.
Sometimes military they can, it all depends. Sometimes they'll cut military completely out, except for the essentials. Sometimes they'll keep it going for a little bit.
Now, there was a speech yesterday that the Secretary of War, that's the new name. It's no longer the Secretary of Defense. Secretary of War.
Right.
Pete Hegseth. He's with all the Army generals, all the generals in the U.S. military and admirals. They all at Quantico. And Buddy's in there giving like this crazy speech. Like no more. We're going to have unqualified people because of their race or because of quotas. Boy, he just going off. He going off. And he's just saying, like, we're the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. Peace through strength. He's just giving every slogan you can think of. And at the end, crickets. and what's worse than that, and I think I sent you some photos, bro. They got the actual photos of the generals and the admirals, bro, and they sitting there like, bruh, like, they really looking at this guy who I think they said, and correct me if I'm wrong, said the highest rank that he achieved was some type of reserve major. Is that accurate? Is that what
I can't speak on that.
What you heard? But
I can tell you one thing. It's not just rhetoric he's speaking. He's actually implementing. He's changing a lot of standards.
For the better?
Well, it depends on what you mean. If
I mean, that's for the better. Because if you think, as a person that's in the military, do you feel safer? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel more supported? Do you feel like you have everything that you need to do your job as opposed to before?
There's a pro and a con to everything. If you increase the physical restrictions, like before we used to have to run, Air Force used to have one. We could do a little what they call a shuttle run, which is pretty easy. Then before it was a mile and a half, we would have to do the qualifier. Now it's taking the 2. So yes, we're going to be stronger, but you're going to lose a lot of people because a lot of
but how many Air Force people running around here, taking heels? Like they either flying over the air, or they doing drones, or they doing some technical stuff. Like what do we need them to? Shouldn't that be the Marines and the Navy and the attack force people that's on there doing hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that? It's like, we want you to be the greatest fighting force. But he was up there straight up talking about fat generals. I'm like, bro, I couldn't believe this, man. This man is in there like, man, he's got fat generals. Like, whoa.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's more of it's gearing more to the way you look type of thing. Not really as much as how you do your job.
Right, your abilities. They want you.
I want you to look.
It should have been learned that, man.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been learned that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
You know, they let so many people in for other odd reasons before.
Well, we not meeting our numbers
At all.
You know. So for the last few years, we haven't been meeting our numbers. So, you know, that's gonna be interesting. So how about this, man? This story, I don't know why this story is flying under the radar, but Tom Homan, who is the guy that's like over all the ICE stuff, that's all the raids, and that's it's gonna get worse. We're gonna do more. We hitting the schools, we hitting the churches, we hitting the Home Depot parking lot, we hitting everywhere y'all illegals are, right? So there was an investigation, Teddy, whereby he was in the Obama administration somewhere doing something. And while Trump was campaigning or about to run or whatever, supposedly he had some associates who was basically out there saying for this or for that, you know, things going to be better when Trump's in because Buddy's going to get, you know, a good position. So the FBI, they pursue this, sir.
Whoa.
They pursue this, and guess what happens during the pursuit?
They find something.
Somebody takes 50 big ones.
50,000. Oh.
Someone takes 50,000.
Wow.
Now this is straight up FBI setup.
Right.
The man takes the 50,000, and they say there's nothing to see here. Because the folks was basically saying for $1 million he was going to help, you know, with all these contracts. So when folks are starting to follow the money, which everybody says follow the money.
That's what they say.
Follow the money. When people start to following the money, they're like, whoa, look at the sectors that's profiting right now. You know, Ashley, what's her name? Pam Bondi, our Attorney General, her dad, you know, is like the lobbyist for, you know, like all this stuff, bro, that we seeing that we got going on, bro. Somebody is directly tied in, man. Like this is networking, like gone to the nth degree.
And now, you know, like Trump said, you know, some good things could come out of the shutdown. Like he gonna fire some more people, he gonna cut some more people off, and he's gonna make it more limited government. So now he can do more elements. It's like we're seeing, you know, a takeover. You know, I want to use the word coup, but I don't want to scare people. But we're seeing a coup right before our
Absolutely.
eyes.
I wouldn't call it a coup because they're elected.
And that's what I'm saying.
But I think a transition, an overhaul that, you know, if you say coup, then I think you would have to explain and say a coup of the democratic system.
Right. Of
the system, because like these things are straight up changing and folks don't care because it's about their team. If you're on our team, you straight. You're not on our team,
we got problems.
bruh.
I don't think Democrats know they're trying to negotiate with a.
You want to say it?
I can't see
You
it.
want to say it?
Bro, they said so in the negotiation for the government shutdown, they're talking about he invited the 4 leaders. You know, Thune, Mike on the House Republican side, Johnson, on the Senate side from New York, and then Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer on the Democratic side. So the 4 of them are in the office with the president. So the president comes out there, man, at some point with like Trump 28 hats. He got Trump he got with Trump 28 hats like on the table, like and the guys, looking like what is and Jeffrey says he looks at JD Vance, the vice president, who's in the room, and he looks at him and like, what do you think it is? He says, Vance says, no comment. He say no comment, like, bro, like you see what's going on, bro, and he like, no comment.
I don't want to talk about it.
No comment. Man, it's crazy, bro. Like, and then afterwards, after they leave, Buddy Glenn troll him. He got you, man, Hakeem in the AI generated video with as a mariachi band. He's sitting there with a bicycle mustache and the big hat, like playing. Like this dude is straight playing with these folks, man.
Playing with them,
like just straight playing with them.
But whole life.
How long you think it's gonna go?
Well, the longest one has been 35 days, which happened during, the Trump administration. So
I could see us going past that on purpose.
I think so too, just to break the record, because he won every record. He won every record,
everything.
He won every record, and in addition, remember back in March when we was talking about this, we was like, "Yo, the Democrats need to cut a deal because, like, the executive power. If the government's not funded, Trump can do what he want to do because
it's like a win-win for him.
Yeah, because all this stuff he can do, brother, he can do what he want to do.
Whatever.
Because like
there's no one in the office.
And nobody answering the phones. Like they're talking about with the staff. It's like
and he ain't got to spend money.
What Steph was saying as far as like essential workers. So they talking about like one department. They was like, well, they're still open, but only 10,000 have been identified as essential workers of a staff of 26,000. So, yeah, somebody going to be there, but just have patience. When you trying to use that phone, you trying to call somebody, just have patience because it's going to be a minute before they get to it. So, I think right now, man, like Ross said, man, Ross is becoming a philosopher. He was like, man, you got to, he's like, I'm glad Donald Trump became president because you have to destroy it before you
make it better.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to let everybody come in and see and just like a purge.
Yeah.
It's like a purge, man. Like, you got to let everybody's demons come out. Let everybody's demons just come out, bro. Because we there, man. Like, we're there. If you just walk around, bro, it is like in the atmosphere. The only place I didn't see it has been at the stadium. At the Dolphin games and at the Hurricanes game. I haven't, it's been for the opponent.
Right.
But everybody that's wearing your stuff, like, it's like, oh, this is how it used to be. Like, this is how it can be.
Right.
Where everybody's just, you wearing my jersey? You know what I mean? It's all love. Like, you let people stop by your tailgate, eat some of your food, drink some. Hey, man, have more. Right. You just all happy, man. But out in the streets, man, bro, road rage is crazy. And now you're talking about open carry. Now you're talking about open carry. Now you're talking about folks riding around with choppers. You talking about folks riding around with choppers on their motorcycles. With everybody to see.
That's it.
Everybody just look and see, like, boom.
We here.
Yeah.
Back to the Wild Wild West.
So, and that's what it's gonna.
The Wild West.
Imagine, bro. Here's the thing, and I'm glad you just pulled this up, Step. And if you go to another screen after we read this one, you go to other screen. Like in certain places, still like courthouses, jails, and other places that say you cannot. If they post, you can't bring no firearms in here, because I'm trying to let people understand. Imagine a Sobo, a Ely Dillard, or a Northwestern Central,
a Booker T,
a Northwestern Central game, bro, where folks in the stand
got guns
like an army,
right?
Like their army over there, bro.
AK on the shoulder.
Hey, but that's what they expected. Y'all can't let them kill themselves. Let them wipe themselves out.
Just think about it, man. Just think about it. So that's why we need to get this type of information out. Like stadiums and places, are going to start having those things posted. Like, don't bring your fire. Don't bring your fire. Leave the fire, in the crib, because otherwise, it's going to be a problem. So let's see what DL got to say about our FBI director. What he's basically saying is that, remember last week we spoke about Dylan Roof when he had to go before Congress. He went one day in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and then the next day he went in front of the House Judiciary Committee and was just basically just giving them the finger. The people he liked, it's not yes sir, whatever. Well, yeah, Klein will give you that. But the folks that he felt like was out to get him or whatever, the Jasmine Crockers and all that or whatever, he gave them his butt to kiss, right? And one of the senators asked him about Dylan Roof. And he was like, refresh my recollection. Like, I'm not sure, like, who you're referring to. And the dude was like, hold on. It's your job over the FBI. And then before that, when you was a assistant U.S. attorney, you was over counter terrorism. Like, you really had no clue, like, of when this was. Like, you actually was working as an assistant U.S. attorney when this shooting took place in South Carolina. And you like, no, I don't know, refresh my recollection. Turn around and remember the lady, Miss Shakur, who, not Tupac's mom,
right.
Another Shakur, who was, been in Cuba since like 1967. She just passed away. And he sends out a tweet like, anybody who's praising her because she killed the agent, which is why she ended up, fleeing the country.
Right.
Killed like an agent or someone or whatever. He's like, anyone celebrating her or whatever. So it's like, well, hold on. You was 1 year old.
You know about that.
You was 1 year old when this happened. But you was a whole U.S. attorney, counterterrorism chief when the shooting happened in South Carolina. Make it make sense. So that's what DL talk about right there. Make it make sense. Bro.
This is what FBI Director Kash Patel had to say about Assata Shakur. And this is what FBI Director Kash Patel responded, the way he responded when he was being questioned in front of Congress and he was asked about Dylan Roof.
So Dylan Roof, who followed white supremacist propaganda, murdered 9 black parishioners in Charleston in 2015. Do you deny this?
I'm sorry. Dylan Roof? Roof, can you give me some more information?
You're head of the FBI. You probably know this. If you don't know, that's fine. Okay.
You can give me a reminder. I've got a lot in front of me.
It was national news.
Now, when Assata Shakur escaped from a New Jersey prison in around 1979, Kash Patel was 1. When she was granted asylum in 1984, he was like 5 or 6. When Dylan Roof went into Mother Emanuel Church in June of 2015, Kash Patel was a prosecutor with the Department of Justice in charge of counterterrorism. But he didn't know anything about Dylan Roof. I find it interesting that a man who is the head of the finest police organization in the world, the FBI, knows everything about a black revolutionary and nothing about a white nationalist. What's clear is that Kash Patel wants to be a white supremacist so bad. And I think kissing all them white people ass got to fuck up the taste of his curry.
Yep. Well, so yeah, man, you got that noted. Do we stop it? Just rewind that right now and delete it out.
No, I can't stop it. Check it out later.
It's obvious that these guys are, have polarized everything,
Right, and Donald, he so much wants to be the governor of the state of Florida that he's the new Tim Scott. He's the new Tim Scott, but he's Tim Scott with a little polish. He's Tim Scott with polish, because Tim Scott is just mushmouth from Fat Albert. Once you're familiar with mushmouth from Fat Albert, you can never unsee that. Whenever you see Tim Scott,
it's hard to be compared to Tim Scott. He falls deep in.
So, but the thing is, Arnold is a lot like J.D. Vance. When I started seeing him, remember I started saying, "Hey, there's this guy who's in the Senate, man, and he's been, making the rounds, and he's really been defending." And this is before he was selected to be
vice president,
the running mate.
Right.
I was like, "Yo, this guy's smooth." And the same thing with old boy. Old boy was like going around like, super smooth. I'm like, who is this black guy? That's doing it like that. And then you go and see like, oh, he's showing up. He has a Byron Donalds has a white wife. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not saying that. And he's coming around and he's just like taking on positions that are very unique, I would say, right? And against his actual heritage, right, and against his own story. So, and this is, to Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett's point. This man gets up there and is against the very program that he used. And and I'm not talking about an affirmative action program to uplift him to higher educational heights or whatever. No, I'm talking about deferred prosecution programs.
Wow.
That he had 2 cases growing up that he took advantage of. He was from Brooklyn, I think. He's from Brooklyn, New York, or what have you. That, public house, like a lot of the stuff going on and all this stuff, and had these things, and this stuff happened to him. He utilized it. And so now when folks are trying to make these same programs available to other people, he out there like, no, it's like, bruh, like you really going to be the one to be against this? You wouldn't be here had it not been for that. But, bruh, it doesn't matter. Folks are going to come out and say whatever they want to say to get what they want to get. And as a country, man, I think we just horrible for it. And speaking of Dylan Roof, the crazy judge, who, used a racial slur, called Dylan Roof's family's victims after this man killed 9 black churchgoers, arrested for possession of child sex abuse images from like some site out of England. Like some special thing you got to do to get in there. It's hard to be like, oh, it wouldn't mind, or somebody like, But how many times have we seen that over the years, man? And it's like, it's not even worth commenting a lots of times. I remember the old Speaker of the House back in the day, around the Newt Gingrich time. You're talking about, a guy that's just out there and he's just anti this, anti that, anti LGBTQ and whatnot, and then you find out all the stuff they go hard against, they doing. Like all the stuff they out there going hard against, they the ones out there doing. You know, you had the one congressman out of Florida, you know, with the pages, he like sexually harassing like the young boy pages, like running around DC is like, you know, his own little stable, like his own version of Epstein. But the little young college boys that's, you know, volunteering, you know, he got his little army, you know, running around, and you know they work hard, but you know if you want to get that extra boost, you know what you need to do.
Reggie, you ever heard of the term log cabin Republican?
Yes, those are the gay Republicans.
Oh, okay.
Those are the gay Republicans. The log cap, that used to be the you know, that was the thing. We're conservative. It's just who we love, and they've been fighting for a long time. You know, like we go hard. We check the box in every category, super hard.
Oh man!
But just when we go back in here, you know, it's just, you know what I mean. Like, we just y'all we ain't there yet. You know,
oh man,
and that's the thing. When you get to regulating how somebody worship, like one of my daughters is studying. In college, in one of the classes, man, she's like coming at me, and it's like, you know, she's like religion and politics. I'm like, it's a reason that they don't mix, you know. And when the Pharisees were trying to trip up Jesus, you know, following Jesus, and they were trying to trip him up, you know, it's like, yo, with all this, man, we ain't supposed to be paying no taxes. We revolutionaries. We all this, you know, they're out there telling Jesus like, man, we revolutionaries. That we ain't supposed to be paying no taxes. What you think about that? Jesus, y'all right? What do you think of that? Jesus looked back at Buddy and he said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And people take that to be like, you know, the government has its place. And let the government do what the government does. So Caesar was the government, and so if Caesar's like, "Hey, I'm taking these taxes," pay the man what he said. If you gonna live like that, but otherwise, y'all need to ride with me, and we eating off the land, and we going around. But hey, you want to get the crib, and you want to get the, you know, G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, and you want to get the you know, nice white picket fence, and you got to do all that. You know, you want to live like that, you got to pay. You want to get you some sandals and roll around,
Just
and come over me and we go fishing. You do that, then come on.
That's it.
You know, so get them theirs. You know,
they wanted them trinkets.
You know, get them theirs. But brother right here, man, this is the mayor of Chicago. So I don't know if you know what y'all think about him, but this brother Mayor Johnson, extremely serious. That's the thing, man. This is kind of like modern day slavery, and I don't mean to make it sound all crazy. When I say modern day slavery, when I talk about the brain drain, the brains that are not being used together. As the United States of America, we have people over here working one way, and we got people over here working another way, as opposed to folks trying to, you know, commonly solve issues and problems. Listen to this brother. Listen how articulate this brother is. This is the mayor of Chicago, who Trump does not respect.
Right.
Calls him every name under the book. And if y'all know, if he was here, we wouldn't even let him come to the picnic. You know what I mean? Or we have him buying all the groceries. We have him doing all the other stuff and be like, man, go sit down. Go sit down, right? Even with us. But because this man is taking on this stance that he's taking, he's an outcast. But listen to what he has to say.
accepted a $50,000 bribe from undercover FBI agents in exchange for lucrative detention center contracts. So let's call it what it is. Tom Homan sold out the American people for $50,000 in cash. And that's why I'm calling on the federal government to appoint an independent investigator to review every single contract in the city of Chicago, the county, and the state related to any ICE detention centers. The people have a right to know if these contracts are legitimate or if they were granted as a result of outright bribery and corruption. The Trump administration's detention campaign is not for public safety, it is for profit. More than 90% of the immigration detention centers are run by private and for-profit corporations. The Trump administration has already engaged in no-bid contracts with private prison contractors across the United States. Executives at private prison firms are calling this a gold rush, as their stocks have soared by as much as 80%. In May, the CEO of a private prison corporation told investors, this is a quote, truly one of the most exciting periods in the history of the company. One company estimated that they could make as much as $400 million of taxpayer money per year from private detention. Another said that it could make as much as $1 billion in additional revenue. The two largest private prison corporations gave President Donald Trump at least $2.8 million for his re-election campaign. And this is the agency that Trump and Republicans just handed $170 billion, a blank check with little to no oversight. Trump gave his personal militarized force more money than all other local and state police funding combined. And the guy they put in charge of that funding was bought for $50,000 in cash.
Ooh, that's a lot of info right there.
I'm not a fan of that guy. I mean, I like his stance on this, but he bankrupt Chicago.
Why he bankrupt Chicago? He just got there.
No.
Yes, it was the lady with the little fro who was there before. The lady with the little. That man ain't been there not longer than a year, bro. Look him up. Look him up. He got elected maybe in 2023.
No.
Hold on. Let me
look him up.
Let's look him up. Mayor of Chicago. See how long he been there, bro. He definitely
because he used to be a teacher.
Because remember before that you had Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel, who was Obama's guy.
That was like 215, 216.
Yeah, Rahm Emanuel's guy. And then you had the lady who had the little Snoopy.
Right.
Yeah, 2023. Brandon Johnson, 2023, bro.
2023?
Yeah. He 49 years old. Young man.
He bankrupt Chicago that quick?
The man ain't bankrupt Chicago. Rahm Emanuel and the lady with the little fro did. If anybody did, Rahm and the lady with the little fro. He in there trying to.
Oh, that's what it was.
He in there trying to figure it out.
Sweep up the mess.
They've been on him. They've been on him in Chicago from the jumper, because not only you got Lil Durk and his crew and all them folks wreaking havoc, but then, being labeled a sanctuary city, you know what I mean? So now you got all the folks coming in, saying they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that, they're not going to assist. So Trump saying he come in, man, go back down. Look at this clown. Yeah, look at this dude right here. Yo, so this guy right here just gets, arrested, on the left for scamming elderly people. So the news running the thing on the left. Now look at Buddy on the right, looking at himself, man. He got to be incompetent. That's the only thing, bro. To see something like this is like, okay, I got to raise competency. I got to raise competency right now. It's like, buddy, do you not know that you're going to be sitting across from 6 jurors who going to be looking at this, and you're going to have your Easter suit on, and you're going to have your hair cut, and you're going to have all that, but the jurors are going to see this. They're going to see this. So what's your explanation going to be,
he look real happy.
about this and that? Like, the cloud is a disease, bro.
Yeah.
Clout is
Especially these days.
Clout is a disease, man. Like, it was really a disease, man. For these,
Say he got some motion.
you got some motion. Yo, that must have been a. Have you heard anything else from Nino Breeze since last week? Bro, I think that might have been a hoax.
Might have set up. They done set it up.
Bro, if you heard something, else after that?
No.
They was hitting that man hard with them shells, man.
Man, but you know, it look like they doing that in WWF too, don't it?
Exactly.
It look like the same.
Nice look.
Hey, so let's go back down to my little football player. So, you know, the buddy doing like him. So Jackson Dart, you know, got in and started this past Sunday for the Giants. They got a victory. And I don't know if you got this from a buddy in there doing the little Miami dance. He doing the Miami dance. I was like, oh no, he's the new Baker Mayfield. Now why, you know, Shador don't get the love like this? Why Shador ain't get the love like that? You know, Jackson Dart, cause I mean, and I know why. I'll let you in on a little secret. When I was working at the boys club in college, right? And I would pick up the kids and we play music. And I have like dance contests. I had dance contests and they knew if you wanted to win, it was like who got the ratchetest. Right. And I always picked the little white boy. I always pick the black guys out there, the little black boys doing the actual moves, and they doing like the dance like the way it's supposed to be done. Right. And then the little white boys doing like the Beavis and Butthead, like you know what I mean? I'm like winner. They just come out there, and I think that's what it is. I think we encourage that. But Buddy out there did like the little. The NBA YoungBoy dance, like whatever that little dance is, where you put your hand, cover your face and you put your hands up and do all that, come out, and he had rhythm, There you go. And he got a victory. Oh man, but this week
he gonna be ready.
I don't know about playing. I'm talking about socially. This week in New York.
Oh yeah, he the one.
He the man.
He the one.
He the man in New York. But wherever he go, boy, you know what I mean? He don't got to pay for nothing. Wherever he going, bro. Here's your boy. All of our FBI agents, man, who kneeled at the George Floyd protest. Fired. Fired. You're fired. You're out of here. Get out of here.
That ain't funny.
You out of here. You're fired. Get her out of here.
Oh my God.
Get her out of here.
Because
what are they making this country, man?
Look what he's doing.
What are they making this country?
Look what he's doing. He fired all these people.
Man, this is not America, man. This is not no kind of America that I'm familiar with. And it's our fault. It's our own fault.
The stability of a government job has been eradicated.
Yeah.
There's no safe haven with government
at all. Not no more.
This is the land of the sophists. The land of the sophists, man, where you can go out there and look the part. That's I think that's our phrase of the day. By Mr. Step. Look the part.
Yeah.
No, look the part. Because that's where the sophist is. Like Socrates is like, hey, if you have a medical emergency, you have a medical issue, and we have to convince the Senate, you know, of who should be able to go and take care of this. You know, the doctor right here versus the guy who's eloquent and speaks and gets it said or whatever and looks the part. That they end up giving it to the guy who looks the part versus the person who has the requisite credentials to do the job. Because how's this guy Hexic up there talking all this stuff with his chest out and yeah, he looking good in the suit. Look like he just did 50 push-ups before the suit. That's how I say that because that's what Flo be doing before his shows. You know what I mean? Like, bro, Flo, bro, I'm like, yo, where Flo at, man? We on in 30 minutes. Man, he in the gym. What?
Getting that pump on.
Or man, they ain't had no gym. He would run like we did a stadium show. We did the Arizona Diamondbacks. We did Arizona Diamondbacks the other day. We had the Diamondbacks like, yo, what Flo we about to go? Man, Flo, he running around. He ran a mile and a half. He running around the stadium. I'm like, bro, it's something about these adrenaline junkies and folks that go out there in front of the people. It's like, let me get my pump in.
Right.
Is that how you are now, Step?
I could understand the pump, but the run, I don't get the run part. That ain't gonna make
especially when you got a 60, 75 minute show that's all cardio.
It's
with,
all jumping.
All jumping. But hey, man, we,
He gets it done.
Get it done. But look at my brother right here, man. Bro, how do you get nearly arrested at your parade, bro?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
At your parade, bro.
In Omaha, Nebraska, though.
But hold on. But that's the thing. Remember I told you when we was managing York's Gamboa?
Right.
We had to go out to Omaha with 50 Cent. You know, because we all had a piece of Gamboa. And he got knocked out by Crawford at that time. Crawford was insisting that all his fights take place in Omaha, bro.
Right.
So if anybody gonna have the key to the city,
It should be him.
it should be him, bro. Because this man is now like one of the greatest champions ever now.
Yeah.
And at his parade, bro, at his parade, he's so calm because, you know, they got a super open carry. So, buddy, and the guy who had the gun was licensed. And they just don't want to get killed. They just don't want to get killed, man. So, that just goes to show you, man, that, as Jay-Z says, still ninja.
That's right.
Still ninja. Byron Donalds, go check out your great-great-grandmama. Go look at your roots and go down there in South Kakalaki or Southern Georgia or Alabama and something like that with your wife, and y'all go. Once y'all go on a nice little picnic, once y'all go have a nice little picnic around about 7:30 after sundown,
Right.
while they sitting there bumping you in the head, and your wife is like, "That's my husband." They just bumping you, okay, ma'am? He's like, "Please stop hitting him!" Like, he's banging your head like that until you be like, there might be a problem.
Something's going
Yeah,
on.
there may be a problem here or there. So they came in there and said, you know, they didn't give an apology. They were just like, you know, it's being investigated. You know, it's so unfortunate about this and that or whatever, man. But, you know, he know where he's from. You know what I mean? Like, you know where you from.
Yeah.
Just like Emmett Till people, they told him. But you know, well, you in Lucky.
Exactly.
You know I go down in Lucky, Mississippi, dog. Like, we don't play them games down here. He coming down there like, woo, give it a whistle, looking at her. They like, oh, man, boy, what you done did? What you done did? Come on, what you talking about? But you don't even know you. Well, you about to get us killed. And what ended up happening? Them people came to his uncle, his cousins, his relatives' house where he was staying at night. It was like, hey, y'all got one of them in there, where he at? And what the man in the house gonna do? He's like, please don't. That's my, you know, that's my little sister's only son. That's his only son, Mr. Charlie. He didn't know he didn't know what it was. He don't know our ways. You know, tried to tell him that he was. Yeah, okay, but we're gonna show him. You tried to tell him, now we're gonna show him. And when you read that book and you see what happened, man, those folks, they intended to just beat them good, but it's always somebody
Take
take it extra. And when they took it extra, they was like, he ain't no good to nobody. Nobody might as well kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well kill him. But you know, the original thing, he wasn't gonna die. And then the crazy part of that is after they got acquitted, they were paid $6,000 for the rights to the book and admitted and said everything what happened. They went out there, and that's where I'm getting this from. That no, we didn't intend to kill him, but you know, we beat him pretty bad, and then they killed him, and then after they shot him up. They tied him to a cotton gin. No, that McDonald, that was recent. That was like in '80s, man, when they tied that gay dude. Oh no, they tied that black guy to the truck and dragged him.
Right.
And dragged him. No, but with Emmett Till, they tied a cotton gin to him and threw him in the and his face just decomposed, man, and like that. But it's like, you know, if you still there, you know what I mean? Like, how many times, like you done told us on the show, Teddy, you been like, no, they don't like black people, but I'm the only one that they allow they talk to, because I've been doing this I've been walking around and I've been seeing about, but I'm the only one they talk to. They don't deal with nobody else.
Yeah.
You know who your people are, but you choose to stay there for, you know, for whatever reason. So, bruh. So, a man accused of killing someone over a gold chain in North Miami Beach and then posting it with selfies is now on trial. Bruh.
Social media, man.
Man. Bruh. This man, they're like, man, boy, I'm gonna get all this, boy. Nobody gonna be seeing my action. Look at the bad man. He just,
hands up.
And then look at the prosecutor. Oh, that's Christina Miranda, Judge Miranda in the back. She was my C when I was at the state attorney's office. She was and she's been a judge almost 20 years. But look at the prosecutor. She out there talking. But buddy, the star witness in his case is his brother, and his brother's a cop in Georgia.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
His brother's a cop, man. That's like old boy with his daddy testifying on him, man. I guess, you know, what does that say? It's like, man, this what why, man? Why you throwing your life away? Why you throwing your life away over this? And watch her, she start trying to imitate. Look at her. Trying to imitate. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Man, bro. Look at her. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Wow, man.
Oh, man. They out there. But
Police ain't got to work no more. All they got to do is
Go to social media.
yeah, that's what they do. Remember when Kodak got the violation from live?
From the house,
Somebody got a gun around your shorty and all that, man, bruh. It's gonna be the end of us, man. It's gonna be the end of us all, bro. Right here, man. Hold on. We can end with that one because that's the guy that killed the people in the Mormon church. But if you go back, the announcer from FAMU, bruh. That, come on, man. You had an HBCU, yeah, man. You had an HBCU. You already know. Joe Bullard, and everybody like
that's my man.
Joe Bullard, but Joe Bullard go hard.
Yeah,
he go hard. Like
that's the girl. That's the girl father. The girl who do the thing. That's
Kendra Bullard.
That's her father.
Buddy go hard. He go hard, but he don't. You know what I mean? Like this one right here was even too much for him to talk about. You know, you want to play it, man. Talking about this is the poster child for Ozempic. these college ladies, man. Come on, bro.
You ain't tell no lie.
Oh!
Right on the. Hey, that's the only thing you can't say.
Wow.
Uncle Joe was on point with that. He can't help it.
Face of Ozempic.
Yeah, that's you gotta rewind that, bro, because you hear him saying, man, like, bro, like, come on, bro. Come
Uncle
on, man.
Joe, he's a radio legend.
Come on, bro.
That's,
Wow.
that's his uncle right there, brother.
Yeah, so, yeah, man, he's like, Ozempic. You know they got that voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's...
They gonna cancel him.
They can't cancel.
Nah, they can't cancel
They can't
him.
cancel
Nah,
Joe.
he done said that was cruel, but you know, it was cruel. It was just you know, it was just cruel and bad taste, and you know what I mean? It's gonna motivate one of them at least to lose a lot of weight. Like I was watching
one of them.
one of them, bro. One of them, that's gonna be the motivation, and they're gonna tell you one day. It was like, yeah, I was in the game and he said that, and I just cried. I just said, you know what, never again. You know what's her name? Lotto, not Lotto. What's the big the singer?
Dank Moss?
No, Lizzo.
Lizzo. You know, like Lizzo. You see all that.
Lizzo
She tried to stand up. She tried to stand up to all the bullying, whatever. You can't, bro.
She caved.
What do they say? The internet is undefeated.
That's
The
right.
internet is undefeated, bro. Everybody come in and it's on you, bro. The internet is undefeated.
Her new bullies are the
big girls.
The big
The
girls.
big girls, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
because she came out so strong about, hey, be happy. This, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing you can say. It's just like, you know what? I lied. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? When I came in there and I just took it where I could. It made me money. Got me lots of money. Like showing up at a game with tens of thousands of people in there, showing with a thong on. Don't nobody want to see that.
And she was trying to shoot her shot at the guy who played the guy ripped up. I think he was Superman.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was trying to shoot her
You
shot
know.
at him. This when she was big.
Right.
So you preach.
And yeah.
You preach love yourself, but
Right.
you shooting at your
Right.
shot
Right,
at the guy with the six pack.
that's with the 6-pack. You know, some of them like it though. The reverse, like you've seen that. You know what I'm saying?
Very few.
And like even Gabby Sidibe, remember her from Precious?
Right,
Precious fell under that pressure. And I was watching yesterday. Matter of fact, they had me watch a Luther Vandross movie. Which, bro, when they got into the whole thing about his weight. And then they show, of course, the comedians like Cedric the Entertainer talking about fat Luther,
the big Luther,
not
little
Luther,
big Luther,
you know, big Luther, you know, doing all that or whatever.
big
And
head.
then and Eddie Murphy, you know, came on there and said, "No, you gotta do a bit of the scene, you gotta be some, you know, Luther Vandross, big Kentucky Fried Chicken eating," and then Luther tried to be a good sport about it because he was like, he checked the guest list at one of his shows and Eddie Murphy was on the guest list. So they ended up having a giant bucket of KFC that he had to pull on like a horse and carriage, a buggy out there to, hey, I heard somebody was saying that. But the people who really knew him was like, yo, that's how he got over, you know, like he just had an urge to eat. Like he said, man, he woke up and thought about food all day. Say all day. And then he'll lose the weight, and then they'll speculate that he on AIDS and this and that or whatever. And you know,
the great Jill Tracy used to always say that he liked his men with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, said he liked pretty boys. He said he liked pretty boys, and that, you know, it was just trying to say that folks is chasing clout like Patti LaBelle when she went on, like, you know, Watch What Happens Live, you know, with Andy Cohen, and just saying like he didn't want to disappoint his mom, you know, and come out on what it was and whatnot. But, you know, I guess because all the guys that were like interviewed in the documentary, bro, like they all seem like, you know, if they don't have full sugar, at least sweet low, at least some equal.
I mean, him, Freddie
You know what I
Jackson,
mean?
Freddie
At
Jackson.
least some equal. Yeah, like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.